What's happening, sports fans? How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Hope you're having a good start to your Wednesday, because I know somebody who's not, and it's that man right there, Josh McDaniels. Last night, the Raiders decided to fire him as head coach, as well as general manager Dave Ziegler and offensive coordinator Mick Lombardi. They all got their pink slips on Halloween. The Raiders did name linebackers coach Antonio Pierce as their interim head coach moving forward. ESPN will try to get a comment from the Raiders owner Mark Davis, and he said no comment at this time. Now, the Raiders were 3-5 under Josh McDaniels this season. They coming off that 26-14 loss to the Lions on Monday night. In his 2 seasons with the Raiders, he was 9-16 without a playoff appearance. And then let's talk about his other head coaching opportunity he got about 13 years ago. He was with the Denver Broncos from 2009 to 2010. He was only 11-17 with them in his 2 seasons with the Broncos. Now, he made a little history. That is Josh McDaniels. He became the first non-interim coach in the Super Bowl era to be fired by 2 franchises before the end of his 2nd season. So again, our first NFL head coach firing has happened. We're going into week 9. Josh McDaniels has been given a pink slip by the Raiders. And I think everybody saw this coming. You can see the frustration with some of the players, more specifically wide receiver Devontae Adams, after that Lions, after they lost to the Lions on Monday night. There was reports that he slammed his helmet and was very upset. He was only targeted, I think, maybe twice that whole game. So again, the Raiders, they just can't seem to get that head coaching position right. I wasn't high on McDaniels when he got this job. I just thought that he's not a head coach. I'm sorry. I mean, his track record speaks for itself. Look what happened in Denver. That was just a disaster. Then he comes here to the Raiders. He decides to bench Derek Carr for the rest of, I think they had like maybe 6 games left in the season. You bench him, you get rid of him. Then you go off and get your guy, Jimmy Garoppolo, who we know that McDaniels worked with in New England, and we know Garoppolo has been injury prone. You get him, sign him to that big deal, then he has a foot injury. It didn't pass his physical, so he couldn't even play the first couple of games. He couldn't even do, not games, as far as training camp. He didn't have much training camp. So again, McDaniels, some guys are just meant to be coordinators, and I think this guy is. If he gets another head coaching opportunity, I'm definitely gonna know the NFL is what we call, like, it's not what you know, it's who you know, and it's like that in most professions. But definitely the head coaching profession is definitely like that when you talk about the NFL. I don't think this guy's gonna get another head coaching job, but then too, you never know. You just never know. I don't see it happening. So I'd like to know what you guys think about Josh McDaniels being fired as the Raiders head coach, as well as GM Dave Ziegler. Make sure you drop a comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. I am Kendrick, the sports guy. We will see you on the other side and on the next report. I am out. Peace.